There are two kind of startups. One is a technology idea and one is a hardcore product idea where you manufacture something and you sell. I will start with the technology idea. Now, any technology which creates value to the end customer has a huge impact on the market. How do you start building it? The first thing I would say is start your ideation process, which in the previous video I talked about. And how do you come to a point where you're confident that your idea is going to make a meaningful impact on the market? Now, after you completed your ideation, the next step is how do I start building my product? Now, for that, there are a lot of free tools. The ones which I use famously, the first one is a mind mapping tool because I'm a visual person. I like to see mind maps, and I use Xmind. Xmind has a free version for your desktop, but if you want to use it on all your devices, then you have to buy their subscription. But otherwise, it works on your laptop. And there are a lot of other mind mapping tools without investing any money at all. The second thing what I like is writing. So it's traditional pen and paper, and at times I use my iPad to start writing so that it's all digitized. And the third is I use something called a Rocketbook, which is basically a reusable notebook. You can write on the notebook and you can scan it, and it will be on your computer, and you can erase the page and restart using it. I got it a long time ago from US, and I've been still using it. It's not available in India right now, but yeah, these are the three tools I use. But if you are in the Google ecosystem, you have Google Notes, Google Keep, all these areas which will help you to write down or ideate and keep your digitized notes. Now, once you have completed your blueprint for the idea, what the idea is and what you should be doing, the next thing is identifying the technologies you need to use. Now, if I get into the whole aspect of which technology to use, it'll become a huge video. Probably I'll cover it in a later part, but you will be the best person to judge which programming language you want to use, which database you want to use. All these things come into perspective. If you are not that technology aficionado, reach out to me and I can help you with that. Or talk to your friends. It's a simple thing. They will give you inputs and you can start using those tools to start building your product or service. Let me tell you, as much as possible, try to visualize where your product or service will go, and based on that decide the programming part, because once you start the journey and later you want to redo it, it becomes double work. So that's the only suggestion what I have for entrepreneurs who are embarking on a technology product or service idea. Once you identify your technologies, then I'll give you one more example of technologies. When I said this, I remember this. We use something called ERP Next for Haplo. ERP Next is by an Indian company. They have been existing for more than 10 years now. They give you a complete free platform, and they have captured most of the workflows, be it healthcare, be it hospitality, be it services, be it financial, be it human resources, be it manufacturing, be it retail. They've given all the frameworks. All you need to do is sign up and go inside and see what's there. It'll take a day or two for you to learn how to use their platform for your requirement, because everything is a framework. You need to customize it to yourself. And yes, there will be a little bit of programming behind the scenes, but again, it depends on what you are going to do and how you're going to do. If you do not want to do start ground up coding for the entire product, what you're going to build, I would highly recommend explore ERP Next before taking the next step. So we used ERP Next. The UI is simple and basic. It will not be awesome or wow, and that's how it's intended to be because it's free. Then we still use the screens, but over a period of time, we know when we will change that and have our customized UI screens. So use tools like ERP Next to define what your product is going to be, and then you can use their screens itself as basic to start with, but over a period of time you can make them more appealing UI kind of a perspective. So use ERP Next to build your framework, identify where you want to host it, uh, predominantly Google or Amazon or all these people, Azure, everybody gives you free hosting for a while, up to a certain size or up to a certain limitation. Use their services to host your database and your customized ERP Next platform. If you're wanting to use that, host it there and start selling it to the people you want. And to host your website, yes, there are a lot of websites which provide services on a monthly subscription basis. But if you don't want to spend there, please use Google hosting services, basic pages for you to get started. That's how you get started for free without even going there. Don't build all the functionality, build the key functionality which will make the difference, and later on you will keep on adding new functionality and new perspectives to your product. uh, the next part which comes is you want to do a presentation or you want to do a flow chart. There are a lot of tools which are available, and you also might, if you want to do your UI screens, use Figma. They give you a free subscription. Use Figma to design your mobile or the web application screens. Use Miro to do your flow charts. Use Google Decks for your presentation. So there are all these tools are absolutely free, which will not become a burden to you for you to get going. Now, once you start with all these things, build the MVP and then start pushing it out. Don't go into employing marketing or advertisements on Google or Facebook or anything. If you want to do a little bit campaigns on Facebook and Google, use Google Ads, but don't spend a lot. I will tell you the reason why. So when you build this product which you want to sell, there will be definitely potential customers around you, in your city, in your town, in your cosmopolitan or metropolitan. Reach out to them. There are a lot of events which happen in every city, town, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, wherever it is. There are a lot of events happening. Go to those events, speak to people, ask them to subscribe or ask them to use your product. Collect the feedback. You can build a market for yourself in the vicinity where you live. It need not be global from day one. So that's another one thing what I noticed. Second thing what I also noticed is we start solving imaginary problems. I know one startup which had some experiences from people who went abroad and the education and everything. They found there is a problem. They started building a product to map those problem and solution, but they have a huge challenge. The people who started it have not lived through the problem, or they have not visited that country for whom they're solving the problem. That becomes really challenging. Don't build any product or service for an imaginary problem. So that if you can consider that, your idea will definitely pick up. So, and any problem you want to solve, you will have a potential client or customer in the vicinity where you live. Reach out to them, speak to them, ask them to use the product or service, give them your feedback. If you're building for schools, reach out to the 10 schools who are around you. If you're solving for a university, go to the university. If you're solving for corporates, reach out to the corporates. I'll give you an example later. Uh, I'm saying everything is in your vicinity. Use them, go to them, and get your initial validation done through them. If anybody is willing to pay, take the money. Nobody is stopping you. Take the money and do it. So when we built Haplo, the first, when we were migrating or pivoting from a co-working space software to a commercial real estate, we didn't build the platform first. We went knocking to real estate operators, but finally the one which worked for us is is through a reference. And when we showed on the board, this is what we want to do, this is how we want to solve the problem, they were excited. And I asked, if you don't mind, can you give us an initial amount as investment, and we will deliver it. We didn't ask for a lot of money, so they did give, and we built the platform and then started our journey of building. The next client happened through another reference. The third client happened through a reference of the first client. So it's slow, it takes time, but it is a valid approach, and an approach which can really, really help you, give you the confidence that you're driving in the right direction and you can make an impact. Now, the second kind of a startup is people who want to manufacture a product and sell the product. Makes sense. Now, what happens in these kind of scenarios is, naturally you will have an idea, you will translate that into a visual piece. For example, if you are wanting to bring a new water bottle into the market, so you can do initial market research, understand what kind of water bottles are there, and try to design your product a little differentiated from the existing products. And if you see a key problem which you want to solve, and then go on to build your product. Now you can go to any manufacturing guys in your city or town and ask them to do a mock piece out of it. In the meantime, you will be doing your research, who are the manufacturers who manufacture water bottles, and you can give them specifications and get them. If you already identified any manufacturers who are going to be part of your journey, and ask them if they can do sample pieces, so give it to people, understand if they're going to use it or not, and take the feedback and redo it, and then go launch in a big way. Otherwise, don't, because you will end up spending money and you don't know if the product is going to stick or not. So there are solutions for every problem, if you ask me. There is nothing stopping anybody from starting up or doing something different. See, I'll give you a small example of these YouTube videos. So nobody is stopping me. I have a phone. I started doing videos 5 years ago. Then I fizzled out. I was focusing on a few other things, but I said, this is something which has been running in my mind for the last 5 years, and I wanted to do it. I'll give you the journey of these last 2 weeks itself. When I started, I had about 40 subscribers. In these 2 weeks, I came to 95 subscribers, which is a pat on my back. So somebody is listening to me, or somebody or is viewing the video. And the other way to build the YouTube business is posting periodically. I'm trying to be regular. Once in 3 to 4 days, I want to post, so that over a period of time, the algorithm picks up saying that there is somebody who's doing these videos, and it'll start showing in other people's feed, and that's how one's built. So the effort which goes in here is absolutely my time and brain. The topics what I choose, the research what I have to do, collate the information, start talking in front of my phone, and things start get rolling. So as limited as possible with the resources, you have amazing things you can do with your idea. And remember, every journey starts with a single step. So don't stop yourself saying that I don't have the money or resources. You can toy around your idea. I know many people who are doing full-time job and toying with their ideas in their downtime. So coming back to our starting up without any money, either for a tech startup or for the non-tech startup, you have loads of resources. Now, to scale both of them, both kind of startups can go to incubators, can go to accelerators, can reach out to the local angel people who want to invest in you. That's a different topic. We will go step by step. But to start the journey, you don't need to spend a single rupee, minus your internet connection and your laptop. So jump in, build your idea, and hope your idea can make this world a better place. If you have any questions, you need any help in terms of starting up or collating these ideas and looking at what are the next step, I have my calendar link below. Please set up some time with me. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe and support my small effort in building my YouTube channel. Thank you.